Okay, so I really am going to try to make this one a quick video, because it's new deck that just came in today. It's the new release from Daniel Martin Diaz. It's the Myth Oracle Transcendent Archetypes. It's really, really great Oracle deck. Like I said, it only came in today, so I had very little time with it, but I have to say I was really impressed with the quick reading I did with it. This is a really cool deck. It's a deck that he created that kind of pulls from the idea of archetypes, through a variety of different traditions, whether it's, an esoteric tradition or myth. The cards are made to speak to our consciousness, for us to reflect on. He gives a really good explanation in the guidebook that I highly recommend reading. It's, like you said, perfect. The images and text combine ancient symbolism with psychology. These archetypes stir memories hidden deep within our DNA, awakening the subconscious and primal memories carried throughout our lineage and collective consciousness. They create portals where people might connect with forgotten aspects of themselves that echo through generations. I think that kind of explains it right there. As per usual, Daniel Martin Diaz did a fantastic job with the packaging. It comes in this beautiful two-piece box. Inside, I removed it, but it was housed in this tuck box with the seal, which is always a nice touch. But I will say it's very, for me at least, for my box, it was very tight in there. It was a little bit of a struggle to get out. So I'm definitely going to just keep this separate and just keep the cards loose in the box. Comes with I believe it's a 52-page guidebook, with a page per card. Really nice breakdown. As I said, there's a nice introduction that kind of goes into how he created it, why he created it, and how he hopes that you use it. Then it gets into the cards. The cards themselves are not numbered, but they're numbered in here so they're a little bit easier to find in the guidebook. Obviously, there's no pictures of the cards in the guidebook, but that's perfectly fine. So it's a nice, really good quality little book. So, but the deck itself, like these kind of touches that he does in his sets are just really good. This is such a good quality box. He really cares about the presentation, not just the cards themselves, which I think is a really, really nice thing. Not enough people do that. They'll just throw it in a regular tuck box or whatever and call it a day. So on the website it says it comes with 46 cards, but the one card is really just a title card, so it is only 45 cards for the Oracle deck. It comes with a little print on rice paper, which is a nice little add-on, and a nice little teaser, which I didn't even know this was happening, but there's a color version now of Earth Magic, which is a really great deck that would pair wonderfully with this, if you're familiar with it. I have the original version, which isn't colored. It's sepia tone like these cards, but this is this was a surprise, and I'm definitely gonna place an order for that deck. very soon. I will say the card that comes with it is glossy. It's clearly just a promotional thing because on his website, when I went to go look this up, it does say that it's linen cardstock, so I'm assuming it's going to be the same level of cardstock as all his other decks. So with that being said, these cards are, as beautiful as always. It's great quality. If you have any of his other decks, you know what to expect. I don't remember if he uses the same printing company as like Uzi or those, but it's very similar quality to that. It's a nice linen finish. It's matte with like a satiny type feel. I love the backs of these. This is just perfection. He really is so good at the overall design. But let's run through these cards really quick. So, you'll see some familiar figures and archetypes from a variety of different myths. Like, there's, a Green Man card, there's a Medusa card, there's a Pan-like figure. There's a lot of deities and creatures from myths that you know, and then there's going to be some other ones that are a little bit more like religious in nature. These are all common archetypes that we are familiar with. So, it's interesting takes. I really like a lot of the explanations that he has in the guidebook for the cards. There's some keyword elements on it, but then there's also like a little write-up of it. Let's look. I don't think I've actually looked up this card at all, so let's see what this card says. So this is Longing. It's number 11. So you get your keywords across the top here: yearn, ache, distance, and then he kind of gets into a description of what the card is representing. A winged siren stands on the barren earth, her gaze fixed beyond the horizon. Her feathers are vast, her body half human, yet she does not fly. The sky waits for her, but she remains grounded. Caught between instinct and inertia, she is the embodiment of what cannot be reached but is always felt. And then it kind of goes into, a little bit of more description about it, what you should be, taking from this card. And then it gives a reversed meaning. And then like a TLDR part, really, that is really helpful. I think if you're just looking to quickly skim through the deck, in the guidebook, it's just really nice. But it's really, really helpful. I really do like the guidebook. Temptation, resilience, rebirth, forgiveness, passage, wisdom. It's just beautiful, beautiful imagery. Very Hecate. Little Sasquatch action, outlier, knowing, enigma, paradox, awakening, obscura, growth, magnetism, upheaval, reckoning, unknown, fire, guidance, melancholia, strength, change, enchantment, void. This card was interesting because I feel like this card stands out to me from the others. It feels different to me than the others do, and I guess it's just probably because of the figure being smaller and like just surrounded by the black void. It really sticks out. But it was interesting when I first was shuffling through the deck that it kind of stuck out to me. I guess the contrast is really, like, it's a much brighter card overall, even though it's got this heaviness in the center. Courage, surrender, death, burden, guardian, dissonance. I mean, there's a lot of classic imagery used here, but it's all with his own take on it, which I find really interesting. Patience, restraint, trust, betrayal. The cards are a little, they're a little slippery, so they do glide because of the linen finish so easily on top of each other, which is really great for shuffling, but a little bit of a nightmare to keep them as a stack. Stability, continuum, transform, harbinger, balance, wrath, turning, and cosmos. Now, these weren't in any order because like I said, I used the deck today, so they're definitely out of order. It really is a great deck. It fits perfectly within his, family of decks, in my opinion. Really, really excited to get this. This was an instant pre-order when it was announced a few months ago. So I was very excited for it to show up today. Very excited about the Earth Magic color version, so I will be ordering that as well. I think this will pair, if you're into pairing things, it'll pair really well with Earth Magic. I think it'll pair with something like Pagan Otherworlds really well. I mean, honestly, for me, Earth Magic and Pagan Otherworlds always felt very similar. In a similar space for me. There is just so much I like about his artwork and his style. I think he's a fantastic artist. I know he has an art book out now as well. I have not picked it up yet, but I really, really enjoy his work, and I'm so glad he creates these decks because they're so good. Yeah, like I said, the attention to detail is top notch. He does such a good job with these. Yeah, highly recommend this one. I'm trying to put out more videos. I have a longer video planned for a new set that came in from Kickstarter for something else, for a Cthulhu themed deck. So look for that soon. It's in progress. Hopefully we'll get that done soon. But yeah, thanks for checking this one out with me, and talk to you next time.